Hi everyone, and welcome back. My name is Chris Ashley. For those of you who don't know me, it's really great to be here. My podcast is all about growth and personal development and spirituality and creating and going for your dream life. So I'm really happy that you're here. If it's your first time joining, welcome. So let's see. One thing I've really learned through my coaching is that we all have more in common than we do different. For example, all humans have 6 basic needs that they need to have met. Now, these 6 needs fundamentally drive us and serve as people's primary motivation for doing what they do, because they're always trying to get these 6 needs met. Now, whatever people do, they have a reason for doing it. They might have a million stories of why they do what they do, but there's really only 6 reasons, and that's the 6 human needs. So the first one is certainty. Now, everyone wants stability around things like food, shelter, money. Everyone wants to avoid pain and have comfort. But when you're not certain, nothing else functions. Think about if you don't have certainty with your health or your relationships or your job or your life overall, then all you can think about and focus on is getting that part of your life back under control. What would it be like if you had certainty in every moment of your life? Now, at first, it'd give you a really big advantage, and it might be pretty cool, right? But then you'd start to feel bored. So the second human need is uncertainty, which we can also call variety or surprise. If everything was always the same all the time, it would get boring. So people need change, right? They need variety. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. The third human need is significance. So everyone wants to feel special and important in one way or another. In an intimate relationship, if a partner starts to think someone or something is more important than you, that's when that relationship starts to break down, right? Even if that thing is their work or your kids. So you can give more to everyone else, right? You can be meaner than anyone else. You can be more violent than anyone else. There's lots of ways to feel significant. It can also be something like a different way of dressing, doing the best work, having lots of money, being more spiritual, maybe creating more problems, and so on, right? So you're starting to see there's a positive and a negative side to each of these. The next one is connection and love. So we all crave love and connection, even if it's not to another person romantically. Now, most people want love, but they first feel like they have to be significant enough where they feel like they can allow themselves or deserve it. Or they feel love where they suffocate, right? Like a parent demanding love from their child if they're overbearing. Now, most people end up settling for connection because love scares them so too much. You can have connection and love through a fun conversation, a friendship, sports, community, prayer, a walk in nature, right? It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. Next is growth. So personal growth makes people feel happy and fulfilled. We have to grow, but the reason we want to grow is so we have something to give, right? To keep feeling alive. And that brings us to the final one. Number 6 is contribution. We all have this deep need to go beyond ourselves, right? And to serve. So side note, if you have something in your life that only fills one of these needs, it'll be okay. But if you can meet at least 3 of your needs through it, you'll become addicted to that thing, right? It might be a thing, a thought, an action, a feeling. And when we're talking positive addiction as well as negative, right? And when something fulfills you, it becomes effortless to make it happen. So if you can meet 3 needs for someone, you'll have them hooked. Now, what makes people different from each other is that each individual person prioritizes these 6 needs differently. So one person might make certainty their top need, right? What kind of life do you think that person would live? And do you think that they would mesh well with someone whose top need was uncertainty or variety? Probably not, because they have different values, right? And they have different values and different desires based on those needs. Now, if you value one need, you'll move in one direction. If you value another need, you'll move in another direction. And eventually, direction determines your destination, right? Your outcome, your life that you're going to end up having, your destiny. Now for each of these, like I kind of hinted at before, there's a positive way to get your needs met and a negative way. And another thing that differentiates us is that people can have the same need, but they might meet that need in a different way. So you can meet them in a positive or an empowering way, a neutral way, or a negative or disempowering way. So some people get certainty by making something wrong, right? Like they'll value their certainty more than their dream. Some people will break their values to meet their needs, like lie and be dishonest if they think they'll lose love because of being honest. People value their needs more than they value their values. So for each of these needs, it's a great journaling exercise to write down how you're meeting each of these needs in both helpful and harmful ways, because we all have both. Now, once you realize what really drives you, you can look at your top needs and decide if they are truly serving you. What have the consequences been in your life of valuing those needs over the other needs? Because if you're thinking about the person who you want to become, that person might prioritize different needs. This is really similar to what I've taught in previous episodes about how you can't create your dream life from the level of your current life. They aren't a vibrational match. So you need to level up and create from the frequency of your dream life and vibrate at that level. So ask yourself, what would the future version of who you want to become prioritize as their top needs? And there's no wrong answers here, right? This isn't about feeling shameful or guilty of anything. Every single person on earth has these 6 needs. But you can craft your dream life, and you get to choose which of the needs the life you're designing will prioritize, right? The version of you who you're in the process of creating, what they would prioritize. So what helps is to first decide what your goals are, right? And if you're not sure how to do that, then go listen to the episode that I recorded called Your Manifest Memoir, where I walk you through that. So once you have your manifest memoir, where you get to craft the life of your dreams, you get to decide what kind of person would have that life. Who would you need to become to step into that dream? Would that person be confident? Would they be generous? Would they be loving? Would they take risks? Would they try new things? Would they join a new community? Would they stop going out so much? Right? And again, there's no wrong answers here because everyone's dream life is unique. And I think you're starting to get the picture here, right? You get to literally reinvent yourself. And you'll still be the essence of you. Don't let that scare you. But as you create your dream life, you also get to create your dream version of you. So which 2 needs would the future version of you prioritize the most? And how would making that change transform your life? Some food for thought for you today. And a lot of this came from some training that I did with Tony Robbins. So big shout out to the big man. My name is Chris Ashley. I have a book coming out very soon on June 20th. It's available for pre-order. If you head over to changeyourmind@changeyourreality.com, you will be able to pre-order my book. And I have a really great gift for you. If you pre-order my book, I will give you for free a course that I've designed. It's 9 modules. You get to learn all about all this stuff. There's tons of exercises and learnings and knowledge to take away. My book is called Change Your Mind to Change Your Reality, by the way. Please follow me. I'm Change Your Mind with Chris on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and I am Change Your Mind with Chris Ashley on Facebook. Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.